How are you, my class 7 English version students? Today I also give you last topics in half yearly. Yes, our last topics is chapter 8 about sound. Today I also give you some topics is about sound. Our topics is lesson 1, 2, 3. Please everyone open the book and page number 88, 89. Okay? Now sound. What is sound? When a spell of rapping sound is made at the door of your house, you can understand that someone is waiting at your door. We can understand that someone has come when the doorbell rings. You can understand that someone is coming hearing the sound of footsteps. What we hear is sound. Sound. Please everyone marks this line. Sound plays an important role in our life. It helps to communicate with others. We hear different types of sound around us. Tune of a flute, horn of a car, dogs barking, baba of goat, cross of hen, sweet note of bird, etc. What is sound? Sound is a kind of an energy which helps us to hear. How is sound produced? How is sound circulated? How can we recognize different types of sounds? We shall discuss in this chapter. Okay? Now, our topic's name to describe the characteristics of sound, to identify tuneful and tuneless sound, to know the cause of origin of sound. First, to describe the characteristics of sound. What we hear is sound. Drop a steel bowl on the floor. You will hear sound. When you talk, you hear a sound from your mouth. Aryan, a boy, gets up from sleep, hearing his alarm clock. She hears different kinds of sounds on the way to school. Birds chirping, sounds of rickshaw bell. Now everyone hears the sounds a bicycle. And man's noise are different kinds of a sound. When friends talk, you can recognize all sounds from the voice and you can say who is producing the sound. Some sounds we hear are pleasing to the ear. It contains tunes and is pleasing to ear. Such sounds are tune of flute and someone of harmonium. Some are noisy, tuneless and disturbing. Such sounds are sounds of vehicles, sounds of cutting iron and dogs barking. Now, we also get a experiment. First is to identify tuneful and tuneless sound. Process from different groups taking 5 to 6 people in each. Disguise and decide yourself which one is tuneful and which one is tuneless from those different sounds which you hear. Make a list of tuneful and tuneless sound from your discussion. Then anyone of each group present it to the class. What's the difference between tuneful and tuneless sound? Tuneful and tuneless sound, whatever it may be, all the sounds have a source. Yes, sound is produced from any source. We can understand the source of sound from the characteristics, such as by hearing the sound of barking, we can understand that the dog is barking. To raise the telephone receiver, we can understand that someone is talking from the other end. Now, at the end of lesson 1, we know about sound and its characteristics. Lesson 2, origin of sound. What is origin of sound? Sound is a kind of energy that produces the feeling of hearing. Now we will do some works from which we can understand that how sound is produced. When your school bell rings, touch it. Can you feel that the bell vibrates? Yes. The another word is vibrates. Now, how the origin of sound? And our experiment is to know the cause of origin of sound. Required equipment: a metallic pot, some ropes and a stick. Process: hang the metallic pot, it may be steel or aluminium, with a rope. Keep it in mind that it does not touch anything. Now strike the pot with a stick. Touch the pot with the help of your finger softly. Finger softly. Do you feel the vibration of the pot? Strike the pot with a stick again and instantly hold the pot tightly. Are you hearing the sound yet? No, you can't hear. Strike the pot again. You will hear the sound. Touch the pot when the sound is stopped. Is the pot vibrating yet? No, it is not vibrating. Now, we have come to learn from the above activities that sound is produced through the vibration of the object. Vibrating object which produces sound is called source of sound. Please everyone marks this line. Our another experiment, basically third experiment, is to know the cause of origin of sound. Required equipment: a metal, basically steel plate, a spoon and some water. Process: pour water on the plate. Stick the one edge of the plate with a spoon. Are you hearing sound? Strike the plate once again and touch the plate instantly. Do you feel that the plate is vibrating? Are you hearing the sound yet? No, you can't hear. Strike the plate again and look at the water. Do you see any wave on water? The water is vibrating as a result of vibration of plate and it is making wave on water. Okay? Again, I also repeat that our three topics is to describe the characteristics of sound. We know the characteristics of sound. Another is explain the circulation of sound. Basically tuneful and tuneless sound. The third is basically origin of sound. It's also the help is the vibrating. Thank you my all the students. Basically these topics is the introduced topics about sound. We also next topics can briefly. Thank you.